(1945). Brendam Docks was known to be one of the busiest ports in Europe, and in those days nobody knew hard work as much as my tugboats, which were considered the heart and soul of the port. Their assignment was to keep the waterways of Brendam in tick-tock working condition, from bringing in shipping like tramp steamers and ocean liners, to transporting barges full of materials across the bay. Important jobs like these kept them working night and day. I owned 2 harbour tugs. Wilbur. He was the eldest, but his extensive knowledge and experience of harbour life and manoeuvres made him an important asset of my fleet. Gaz. He was considered to be the most reliable of tugs, and I would often assign him with the very important contracts. I also owned a railway tug, Top Hat. He was quite a snobby, vain tug in those days, which could lead to laziness, but he was kind-hearted, and although he might need prompting now and again, he was always willing to prove his worth. And my first little switcher, Dixon. He was our latest recruit, and was always eager to please. I remember a day when my tugs got more than they bargained for. This tale begins at our pier, and as usual, I was giving the day's announcements. Good morning, crew. I hope you all got a good night's rest, because you've got a lot of work to do today. Gaz, you're on servicing naval manoeuvres again. Depth charges are needed to be unloaded from the RFA Bedham and transported to the military storage facility at Knapford.
Aye, sir. Will I be escorted again?
No, the Navy's resources are much needed elsewhere for the war effort, but I will arrange for another tug to accompany you to Knapford if necessary.
Who would it be, sir?
Most likely Wilbur, but if he is unavailable, I will send Top Hat.
Sir, what about me?
Sorry, Dixon, I'm afraid your experience is just too minimal to risk it.
Is it really that dangerous?
Well, it's not wool we're handling here, it's explosive equipment.
Alright.
Don't get too comfortable, Top Hat. I want you on garbage detail today.
Oh, marvellous. That'll be superb for my image. Well, it's not funny. Oh, well, I say it's not funny. I'm being totally serious.
All right, Fleet. Stow it. Wilbur?
Yes, sir?
I need you to keep an eye out for shipping in the estuary that need towing into port.
Aye, aye, sir.
What about me, sir?
You're needed for dredging at Knapford.
Oh, sir, please, anything but that.
On your way now, Dixon.
But, sir...
Go! Spare empty barges were stored inside a small pier enclosure at the far end of the harbour. It was sealed off during the night, but was always open in the early mornings, so my tugs had easy access. But when Gaz arrived, there was a slight difficulty.
Morning, Governor. Mind opening up for us?
Sorry, no can do. The gates are jammed. The engineer's coming within the hour.
Oh, you're joking. I'm going to be late now. How is he travelling here?
By car.
Typical. How long is it going to take for him to fix it?
I don't know. Should be fixed about 2.
Alright, thanks. The captain will want to know.
2, you say?
Aye, that's what the manager told me.
Right. I'll speak to the naval officer who is dealing with the operation and explain to him this predicament. In the meantime, Gaz, I need you to take a coal barge to the Naval Tramper. I was going to organise Dixon to do that after he'd finished at Nafford, but you might as well do it now.
Of course, sir.
Come straight back after you've completed the task.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, Top Hat was at the naval dock with the garbage barge. He was collecting the rubbish from the base and was moored quite close to the RFA Bedham.
I say, I wonder where Gaz is. He should be here by now. It's not like him to be late. Oh dear, Gaz, you're going blind. That barge seems to have coal in it. You can't load the explosives into that.
Yes, thank you, Sherlock. The barge depot gates are jammed, so I can't get an empty barge till 2. So the captain told me to deliver this coal in the meantime.
Well, you could have docked somewhere until 12, you know, and not told the captain.
Yeah, but I'm not as lazy as you.
I say, what cheek!
Ah, you're telling me.
Huh?
Now in those days, all my tugs were fitted with wireless radios, so they could listen out for distress calls from shipping, in which they would respond to. But I had also had them installed so my fleet could contact one another if they were quite a distance away. I told them only to do this if absolutely necessary though, which they did and respected. Certain transmissions had to be spoken in code. Only in emergencies, of course, as my tugs were aware of and taught. As I remember, on this specific day, Wilbur received quite an unexpected transmission from Knapford whilst he was in the estuary.
Not in sight. Best wait here for a bit and see if I can pick anything up.
Dixon to Wilbur. Over.
Receiving you loud and clear, Dixon. Over.
Are you still in Brendam? Over.
No, I'm out of port. What's the matter? Over.
Sugar. Peter. Yolk. Sugar. Item. Tear. Easy. Dog. Natford Harbour. Over.
Understood. Will be reported. My ETA 20 minutes. Out.
Nope. Sorry, Dixon. I should have called ahead. The dredger's under repair. The storm last night did quite a lot of damage to it. But, if it's any help to you, the Maritime needs to turn to port.
The tramper, is he?
Aye, I think he's offering quite a bit. The captain should be more or less pleased with the outcome.
Aye. Thank you, sir. Maritime, by any chance?
Yeah, who's asking?
I heard you needed a tow into the port.
That's right. How much are you charging?
Give or take 200.
Good enough. Let's get a move on then.
Papers and payment first. Sorry, I don't make up the rules.
Fine.
Dixon's crew inspected Maritine's paperwork and all was in order. But to Dixon, something didn't seem quite right.
Right, everything seems in order. Come on.
About time. Thanks, little fella.
You're welcome, mate.
Something didn't add up about Maritine, and Dixon was determined to find out what. So he stayed in port for a while and watched from a distance. Everything seemed normal, until a mysterious man departed from the steamer and walked along the dock. The man then stepped inside a nearby telephone box, quite close to where Dixon was docked, and he was able to hear the man's side of the conversation. To his surprise, the man was speaking in a different language. Dixon was confused. The language sounded familiar, but he couldn't quite put his stack on it, although there were a few words he could understand, like Brendam and Maritine. Something felt very wrong, so he decided to investigate.
Say Maritime?
What do you want, kid? I've already paid you, so chug off already.
I know. I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Like what?
Like where you crew from and where did you last dock?
None of your business. You're no Coast Guard. Why should I answer any of your questions?
Well, it may look a bit suspicious, you know, not answering these, well, rather simple questions.
I got nothing to say to you. Beat it.
Fine. I'm sure the Coast Guard will be more than happy to have a little talk with you.
Kid,
Yes?
wait. Fine. I'll tell you what you want. But you're gonna get the whole story, understand?
Yeah, go ahead.
It began a few years ago when I was bought in Scotland Yard by an American company called Pine Hut. They had a bunch of ships hauling weapons from factories to military bases around the American coast and sometimes across the big pond to Britain and France. Yeah, I wasn't too pleased when I first heard of my new job. Dangerous, you know, and not only because of the cargo we were carrying. German bombers, U-boats, storms, pirates, the works. Good thing my owners were smart, though. We were disguised as tramp freighters, hauling bananas of all things. See, the enemy wasn't interested in us civilian traffic then. All they cared about was Navy forces. We counted on that for too long, though. One day, I got boarded. Though there was pirates at first, but it turned out to be Germans. All my crew was killed. I was captured and my cargo taken as a war prize.
Surely you must have had, like, some sort of escort.
I did at first. I found out later a damned bomber took him out just before I was boarded.
Bloody hell. So, like, what happened to you?
They took me back to Hamburg, stripped me completely down and left me for scrap, rotting at the docks. I thought I was done for. But one day, a bunch of men walked up to me yammering in German, painting me like you see me now, and renamed me Maritine. Put a crew on last week and we sailed. I got no idea what they're planning for me, but here I am.
Are they the same crew that overhauled you?
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say anything. Who knows what those monsters will do to me if they found out I squealed.
Christ. So, like, your crew are Nazi spies? I'm sorry, I need to report this immediately.
You can't!
But why not?
They'll sink me, for sure. Besides, there's more.
More?
I don't speak no German, but after a few days, I picked up a few things. I think they're planning something big. Something in a place called Brendam.
What, Brendam? Bloody hell, Maritime, just tell me everything you know, okay?
They said something about destroying a place called Bedham and Brendam at 1300 hours.
Bedham. I've been living in Brendam for quite a while now. I've never even heard of that place. But I have heard it from somewhere. Wait.
Gas depth charges are needed to be unloaded from the RFA Bedham.
Oh no. I gotta warn Gaz.
Who's Gaz?
Dixon to Gaz, over. Dixon to Gaz, over. Dixon to Gaz, over.
Damn it, no response. Hold on. Wilbur might know what to do. I couldn't tell him this whole thing through the radio, though. They might be listening in.
Yeah, maybe they're onto this Gaz. Caught him.
I'll just have to give him a brief then. Dixon to Wilbur, over.
Receiving you loud and clear, Dixon. Over.
Are you still in Brendam? Over.
No, I'm out of port. What's the matter? Over.
Sugar, Peter, yolk, sugar, item, tear, easy, dog, Natford Harbour, over.
Understood. Will be reported. My ETA 20 minutes. Out.
You said 1300 hours, Maritime, am I right?
Yeah. What does that mean?
It means 13 hours on the clock, i.e. 1 o'clock. What time is it now, do you know?
You ain't gonna like this.
What?
12:20.
Are you telling me I have 40 minutes to stop a disaster? Christ's sake, only in bloody Sodor.
Then stop wasting time, kid! Go!
Oh, am I glad to see you, Wilbur.
Calm down, lad. What's the problem?
I told a tramp in earlier, which said it had German spies on board. Worst thing is, there's a bomb set to go off in 1300 hours.
Where?
The ARF Bedham.
Dear God, that'll destroy the whole base and life around it. Have you tried contacting Gaz? He'll be unloading her.
There's no contact with Brendam or Gaz. I think the signal's been jammed, so I ran over here to warn them.
Then go. You're wasting time which you don't have. I'll speak to the Coast Guard.
I'm on my way. Oh, and Wilbur?
Yes, quickly, lad.
The tramper. He's called Maritime. He's a victim of all this. So go easy on him, okay?
Don't worry, Dixon. I'll hear him out. Now, for Pete's sake, go!
Hurry up, Top Hat. I'm pretty sure this isn't the only pickup location. Besides, it's not the nicest of jobs. Thought you'd want to get it out of the way and done with.
Yes, I do, but... What?
Lads, you've got to leave the area. Now.
Well, whatever for?
There's a bomb on that ship.
Well, I expect there are many. It's a military base.
I know, but...
Cool your stack, kid. Just tell us exactly what's going on.
I told a tramper in earlier. He said he was carrying German spies and that a bomb was set to go off in 1300 hours.
Bedham?
Yes, and I've told Wilbur, and he's reported it to the Coast Guard.
Right. Top Hat, take the barges away and tell Captain Edison what's going on. I'll stay here and help Dixon.
Why me?
I'm not asking you, Top Hat, I'm telling you. This is not time for your idiocy or self-pride. Now go!
Well, fine, but only because it's an emergency.
Right, Dixon, there's no time for full evacuation. Our best bet is disarmament of the bomb.
And how exactly are we going to do that? It's not like we have all the time in the world.
If we can just locate the bomb, disarm shouldn't be difficult for the naval team. Chief, we have a serious problem. There's a report of an enemy explosive device that's been planted on the RFA Bedham. It's set to go off in 20 minutes.
Nonsense. That ship has been thoroughly inspected by my men when she arrived this morning.
Dixon, come here!
Yes?
Tell him everything you know, and fast.
Right, so, not long ago, a tramp steamer, which worked for a company called Pine Hunt, carried weapons for the American military, was captured by a group of German pirates. Its crew were killed, unfortunately, and the tramper was left to scrap in a disused corner of Hamburg docks. Scared and alone, a group of Nazi officials overhauled him and dressed him up to look like a British civilian tramper. And now in Atford Harbour, he claims that the Nazis have planted a bomb aboard that ship over there, which is set to detonate at 1300 hours, which, ironically, is in 10 minutes' time. So you see, you need to inspect that ship again and fast, otherwise we go up.
A ship called the SS Naronic was reported missing by that company 2 years ago. Okay, you two, I will get my men to search the ship. Again.
Every moment that passed by within that short period of 10 minutes, Gaz and Dixon sat there nervously.
Gaz, in case we don't make it and the bomb goes off.
Don't say that, lad. It'll be fine.
I know, but I mean, if it doesn't. I just wanted to tell you it's been an honour and privilege working alongside you.
Don't go all sappy on me, mate. But yeah, you've been a good worker. Although you do still have potential, you have a lot to learn.
Such as?
All in good time, kid. All in good time.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You are correct. The bomb has been found and disarmed. Well done. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be toast.
What's toast?
Well done, all of you. Your efforts have stopped a massive disaster that would have eliminated many innocent lives. Now, when I first chartered Dixon to help out with the extra work, I was considering sending him back to Ireland after the jobs had died down a bit. But after yesterday's events, he has proven his worth into staying here. And, without further ado... Dixon, I'm proud to announce you an official member of my fleet.